Hey, folks, just a quick update on Kinham, because I know everybody loves the Kinham videos, and I'm not lying. Kinham videos just are, they get all of you people, they get everybody to line up in the front. They're like, oh, someone's going to bag on Kinham. I got to see this.
Of course.
I don't blame you, because I used to do the same thing. I fucking hate this guy, only because he's such a bad liar about shit. So I noticed in a lot of the articles that we were reading that they would cite a paleontologist in Kentucky that was the one that was coming up with all the Freedom of Information Act numbers about how many tickets had been sold and the safety fee and all that fun stuff. So I decided to get in contact with Dan Phelps. He is the paleontologist in question that has been coming up with these numbers, and I'm now on his mailing list for everything that goes out. So just the other day, I think it was on the 22nd, we finally got the October numbers for the Ark encounter. So you want to wager a guess whether it went positive year to year or did it go negative year to year on this?
Well, let's see. The trend is
very much.
What's the word we're looking for? It's kind of a nosedive.
Yeah, pretty much. So they suffered this month they suffered about almost a 5% drop in attendance from last year to this year, which, considering it's not one of the big draw months for like a theme park to be open, I'm sure we're going to see about the same amount for like until like summer hits next year. So it was a 4.6 drop, which they had in 2017, 93,659 people attend, and then in October of 2018, 89,343 tickets sold. Because I'm making sure I say tickets sold, not by attendance, because there's apparently a lot of conjecture about that going on right now.
Yeah, they're gonna count attendance. They're gonna count the turnstile, and not tickets sold.
And so, in that regard, I have been getting more emails from Mr. Phelps here. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if it's doctor. Please correct me if I'm wrong there. So, in a recent blog post from Ken Ham on the 22nd, I believe that was the Thanksgiving time when he posted this blog. He said, Ken Ham said this in his post, that he had claimed that 100,000 people had visited the Ark in October. Yet, according to the safety tax information that he received from Williamstown, Kentucky via the KORA, which I believe is their local Kentucky order, office of something, I don't know what it is, where they get all this information. Mm-hmm. It's the equivalent of the federal FOIA. So,
right.
Only 89,334 tickets were sold. Ham has claimed more people go to the Ark than are recorded in the safety tax of ticket sales because of children under 5 attending free, and lifetime members have multiple passes. What kind of idiot park would have lifetime membership passes available?
Well, I mean, the national parks do it, but only for veterans and senior citizens.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
But because they know they're not going to get that much usage out of it. It's not like you gave it to them at 18 and be like, lifetime pass.
it's a benefit. That's really what it is.
And let's see. Mr. Phelps says that I'm incredulous of Ken Ham's claim that more than 10% of his claimed visitors are getting in for free. Because if you go from 89,343 to 10,000, that's a much more than 10%. So, I mean, not much, a little bit more than 10%. There should be an audit of his safety tax numbers to Williamstown and of his other numbers submitted to the tourism cabinet. Only an audit can resolve these discrepancies. And I agree.
That's a pretty big discrepancy, really.
So. Let's see. The discrepancy, according to this here, that the discrepancy in attendance figures are disturbing for a number of reasons. First, it means that inaccurate sales tax information may have been provided to the tourism cabinet. Secondly, the discrepancy also calls into question the numbers being provided for the safety fee tax to the city of Williamstown. Williamstown and Grant County are in great financial distress. Not a little bit of distress, great financial distress. Because and we read this one on the show too, a July 5th, 2018 article in the Grant County News indicated that the city is unable to purchase an aerial fire truck because the Ark's attendance was far less than the spectacular projections that had been previously provided to Williamstown from the Ark encounter. And because of these discrepancies, I think that the numbers, and this is Mr. Phelps still, I think the numbers in the Ark Encounter have been providing to the city and state should be audited by state government to determine if malfeasance is occurring. The self-reported numbers are contradictory and obfuscated when publicly questioned. Why wouldn't he want to turn it over? I mean, I don't understand, like, if it's so goddamn good and you're saying that it is so goddamn good when you put this information out there, you know exactly how many people are coming into that place. You have turnstiles. It's not very hard to figure this out.
Or at least it shouldn't be.
No. So every rebate dollar given for illegitimate reasons means fewer dollars for the public benefit, resulting in fewer social programs, fewer basic services, etc. Every dollar given in rebates that are neither genuine nor deserved is a dollar less for the public. The very integrity of the Tourism Cabinet's tax incentive program is at stake if it is being misused and abused by people with no respect for reality or honesty. And these guys are supposed to be like the Christians, the model Christians of the world kind of thing, where we are the most Christian of all the Christians. Like, these would be the no true Scotsman assholes that would try to say that's not really a Christian because blank, you know?
Well, of course they would. Of course they would. And lest anybody forget, they got tax money. They got a lot of
$100 million, I think, over like the next 10 years or something like that.
Right. They got a lot of tax money on the promise that they would be bringing in a certain amount of tourism.
And they're not doing it.
They're not doing it.
Let's see.
And they're probably not paying their safety fees.
Now, on top of this whole thing here is that now Ken is determined to have public school groups visit the Ark, and there's people putting out op-eds in the newspaper and everything. I won't bore you with all the details. Shouldn't be. And there was somebody saying, I don't understand why it is illegal. Well, it's not because like the message that they're giving the kids. It's the fact that they're going to be using school money and time to send those kids there. You can't use publicly funded school to fund your religion. You know, if you wanted to send them just to the turnstiles there, that's great, because that's the part that's not actually a church. That's the business. And once they're through the turnstiles, it'll be like, okay, well, there's the Ark over there. Okay, let's go. I mean, like, that's all you really would have to do with that, man. I could be completely wrong, and I don't fucking care, because we're here to entertain the people. So there was another link which Ken Ham posted the other day where he said, because the law is on our side, we're working on a way to see if we can help public schools have students visit the Ark. More on this effort will be announced later, but even now, please pray as we work through this. Really, this is a battle over freedom of speech and religion, over the rights guaranteed to us by the First Amendment.
No.
Nope.
No, it's not.
I'm so tired of this guy.
This is the exact opposite of the First Amendment.
No.
I mean, the First Amendment gives you the right you have to have your little park and to say what you want inside it. But not for it to be publicly funded.
Yeah. And guess what? You don't want to send kids on that kind of like thing. I can just imagine how bored they would be looking at signs on walls.
They'd be terribly bored. There's no educational value in it whatsoever.
They'd probably get pretty shitty pretty quick too, because kids tend to do that, especially when they're bored. So, Mr. I forgot his name. Mr. Phelps also says that I have been to the Ark twice and have had to pass through turnstiles each time. Mr. Ham knows the actual attendance at the Ark on a daily basis, with only a tiny margin of error. Interestingly, when attendance in the Ark was being questioned last summer, he posted on his blog that a particular Sunday in August 2018 was his best single day since the Ark opened in 2017. And he had a post there. If Ark attendance is a mystery and can't be provided, then how does he know that it was a record day? So as you're aware, this is more of his stuff here. The Ark Encounter in Grant County receives a substantial rebate on their sales taxes as part of an incentive from the Kentucky Tourism Cabinet. So I was off by a factor of 10. Up to $1.825 million per year for the next 8 years. which is still a substantial amount of money. Presumably, the Ark Encounter has received about $3.65 million so far via the incentive program and tax rebates. How nice would it be to be able to pocket that $3.6 million that you make from your from selling shit, just and put it back into your company? How nice that must be not to have to pay that.
Oh yeah, and they gouge.
Oh, and don't get it twisted.
Those are not cheap.
Yeah, those tickets are not cheap. We've talked about that before. Don't get us wrong. We're not for subsidizing any business with state tax money or federal tax money. It shouldn't happen.
No, it shouldn't happen at all.
Like Amazon opening up its second headquarters in Queens, New York. They shouldn't be receiving oodles of fucking money for that either. Because it's their business to... They have enough money, they don't need it. Just like Ken Ham has enough money, he doesn't need it.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently he likes to claim that he's a persecuted Christian and he needs that money every fucking time, you know?
Yeah, the Christians, they're persecuted. Oh, so persecuted.
Oh, God. So watch this space, because we're going to have more of this stuff. Because I like Mr. Phelps, and he's been talking to me quite a bit on things, and it's good to have the actual information unfiltered by the media. So,
oh, yeah. And if we can get our... we still have the GoFundMe up, right?
Yes, we do. We still do. It's been dried up quite a bit. There hasn't been a whole lot of motion on that one. And I don't blame you. 5,000 is a big ask to send us there.
Yeah, it is. But...
I'm going to redo the budget and actually try to see what it would cost, and maybe we can supplant that a little bit with
maybe we can
Patreon
bring it down.
Money. So we could bring that number down, and we could start saving some patron money for that too, because that'd be a weird as fuck vacation, but I would love every minute of it. You know?
It would be. But hey, maybe we can get a tour from Mr. Phelps.
Be like, you guys are going to. Like, hey, X, I'm going to have to tell people at work that I'm taking a vacation to go somewhere. Oh, where are you going? Kentucky. God, why? I'm going to go see the Ark Encounter.
I got to see a boat-shaped building.
And then Kyle, just imagine the rumors that would happen in the office. Kyle's going on the same trip as X on this one. What's going to happen there? Butt stuff, guys. It's going to be lots of butt stuff.
We're going on a cruise.
An inland cruise. No, that's just talk. That's just going to gay clubs there, Kyle. That's cruising. That's cruising. You got that wrong. It's not a cruise.
God, I always get those. I always get those two confused. That explains
Guys,
some really awkward situations.
I did get somebody try to cruise me earlier today, because I'm a part of I'm a part of a gay Utah gamers association, because why the fuck not? They're great people. And someone just messaged me straight up. They probably sent it to a lot of other people. It's like, hey, I saw your profile on here, and I just wanted to, and it's just Facebook, so it's not like my profile's everywhere. I barely even comment anywhere in any groups. And he's like, I saw your profile. If you need a cuddle buddy or you just need someone to hang out with, and I'm like, I wouldn't mind making friends, but if it's all just cuddling, I don't mind just a little bit of hugging and stuff. I mean,
that doesn't sound too bad. Sounds pretty nice. That sounds nice.
I'm spoken for. I would love somebody to cuddle me when I'm in the middle of playing a game. That'd be great. Wait, how did we get on this path? Oh, that's right, cruising. We're going to the Ark. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Because we'd rather talk about that than talk about the Ark.
Right.
But it would be great to have Mr. Phelps take us around for a tour, because I bet you they've got his picture posted on the wall somewhere there. Probably on that wall of shame out there. And I'm sure there's some great atheists out that way too. So it would be fun to hang out with a bunch of them.
It would be. That could be a lot of fun.
Just take over whatever bar is nearby and have some sort of impromptu atheist con that's going on. Just a one-day con. And then we're going to go to the Creation Museum afterward.
We'll set up a group tour.
We'll just have to come dressed nicely. I'll wear slacks. Hey, I'm going to the Ark Encounter. I'm going to make sure I'm all dressed up and looking nice and dapper, because only a good Christian would go around dressed like a heathen. That's how easy it is to avoid these people too, which is really funny.